The only remedy to past discrimination is present discrimination. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. All right. This is interesting. Okay. So Eris is going to go around and ask people where they stand or why they stood where they stood.
I strongly disagree with this statement because if this is true, then this will just turn into this bad cycle where we are discriminating and then we overcome that discrimination by introducing another discrimination. And it'll just continue forever and ever and ever. And I don't think it'll really ever end. It'll really just complicate things more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else want to? You can go to any line you want. Literally any line you want.
You should start with her.
Huh?
You should start with her.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with what she said, but also I don't think I have such a strong opinion because maybe I haven't thought about it enough in the recent past. Only because there have been so many instances of discrimination that I've started probably unintentionally blocking the bad news that's coming at me about discrimination. That in the recent past I've stopped thinking about it as much because it was affecting me. So I guess that's why I'm not on the strong disagree line.
Okay. Anybody else? And it's okay to. All right. We got another volunteer.
Well, I'm on the disagree line because there are like some actual privilege that there's a massive deficit for like a lot of classes of people. There are certainly classes of people, and understanding where they come from, giving them like that context that there was a past related to it, and giving them that space, not necessarily discriminating against anyone, but giving certain people some space so that express yourself here because this is your time. And like it's not about your time again, but it's about like go for it, and like what was your pain like, and like can we empathize to it. So it's not active discrimination. Of course, like in some theory it would be some sort of time discrimination for the others. People are not getting equal amount of time to like talk about their problems, but someone has had some more problems in the past. So ensuring,
that's fair.
just making sure that they're heard is.
All right.
Yep.
Got it? You want to volunteer or no? Awesome.
Yeah, I think the word only is challenging for me. I think that similar to what he said is like you can look at times when advantages have given to people to make up for a loss, even like physical things. You think about like handicapped people, things like that, and those things are necessary. You think about specifically, I think about like children who need IEPs for school education, who have a deficit there. If they're given that in like a grade curve, being given that, they oftentimes rise to the norm, to the level, and so I think that's a possibility, but I don't think it's the only remedy.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so everybody stand where you are. So you only have one choice. Everybody else has two choices. Think in your head, what would it take you to move either to the right or to the left, and for you to the right? Think in your head. What would it take? What would you have to learn? What would you have to figure out? What would you need to change your mind? Either way.
I guess some sort of data or some past incident that discriminating against someone else has really helped eliminate the past discrimination. But I haven't seen anything like that because it's just, like I said, it's just a cycle. Like, as an example, the colonizers discriminated against all the colonies, and now people are standing up against them. So and they are standing up against them, but in a very violent sort of way. They're tearing down statues and they're like protesting, and I don't think that'll really help. Sometimes it just takes. I think we should. Like, I could go on and on about it, but yeah, for now, I would just say that I won't change my opinion because I haven't seen anything like that. And if I see some examples, some sort of things that are happening, then I would change my stance.
All right. Anybody else want to volunteer? What would it take to move either to the right or to the left? Are you going to, what would it take you to move either the right or the left?
I mean, it's again, eccentric data that I can rely on. Again, that's like where I feel I'm not cheated upon, or like I'm like
But what would that data look like?
like I mean, like the British colonized the Indians. I mean, like if actively discriminating the British will like bring either joy, happiness, or like I mean to all the communities, all the stakeholders involved in it, which I don't think is likely. Like I mean, like the British government owes reparations to India because of like the damage that they did for like the 150 years that they governed. But like that reparation is like not that much. Indian GDP is more than 4 trillion if you include everything. So I mean, but again, if that brings joy to people on both ends, then maybe yeah, sure, I'll
Maybe, and then you'd go which way?
I would agree to it if that's how
Got
they are
it.
discriminating, but I don't see that happening.
All right. Anybody else, or we go to the next question? Anybody else? All right, let's hit the next question. Hey, thank you everybody for participating. Appreciate that.